Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another installment of my Living Legend propaganda series where we talk about budget deck techs for some of the best heroes in Living Legend. This is best is a strong word for this list that I'm going to be talking about, but I am a Lexi enjoyer, so I'm going to be talking about it anyway, even though she's very far from the best. But Voltaire is very fun, and that is all that I can say about that. So I want other people to try it. And I think this is pretty good. All right, let's get to it. So this is my current Lexi deck for LL. Well, it's close to it. It's budget version. But Lexi is my darling and my dear. She's so powerful, even with this innocuous hero power, just flipping up a card. But if you go again, which is the most powerful keyword in this game, or Frostbite, which is great. This deck is fuseless, but it does have quite a bit of ice to hopefully slow down your chains and your Iras and your Phis. It works perfectly with New Horizon, which I have left in this list because it just got a surprise reprint in Super Slam, which is wonderful and also has me spinning about the possibility of maybe a new Ranger coming in next year. Please, God. I want another crack at Voltaire, uh, one of the best bows to ever be printed. In this game, uh, notice that it's an instant, so it can be activated on your opponent's turn, which can sometimes be a mistake, but can sometimes not be. And it can also be used to get around, for example, like face purgatory effects. So be like, I will not discard this arrow. I will actually put it in my arsenal. Please, thank you. So this deck is pretty standard for like light ice Lexi. There's ice quakes, Arctic incarcerations, and some winter's bites. It also has some upgrades from high seas. Uh, Two of my favorite arrows, honestly, in this deck because they are both 1 for 5 go again, which is an incredible rate, especially for Rangers. I also have left Codex of Frailty because, thank Christ, High Seas had reprinted Codex of Frailty. So now that is also like a super affordable and wonderful price. And we needed it really badly, and I'm very grateful. So that's why I let them in. This deck is under $300, and even less if you can pick up some of these as bulk from your locals, which a lot of them probably will have. Um, and it's just a really fun list. Activate Voltaire. It's just good. Just activate Voltaire, and you'll get the serotonin. So the idea for this deck is to set up three of a kind, three of a kind. There we go. Three of a kind and rain razors with a couple of arrows, either in arsenal or in hand, to send big turns, big disruptive turns, that with disruptive on hits that ask your opponent very awkward questions. Do they want to block and lose their hand and give you tempo? Or do they, and maybe take some damage anyway, or do they just want to take it all to the face and have a million frostbites and 2 blood repels? I love this stuff. So good. So the only upgrades, honestly, are just in the equipment zone because Ranger is not very good right now, and Azalea just LL'd, and Marlin doesn't even use a lot of the regular Ranger cards, and Riptide is my boy, but also not great. So the bulk of the deck is very affordable. The big expensive pieces are, of course, the usual suspects. So Tunic, which please God, reprint this again. We haven't had a reprint since 2023, and we need it again. And I'm hoping they've been doing like alt art reprints to sort of like keep to their reprint policy. I would honestly love some more art for Tunic. Gorgeous. So we need a Tunic reprint. This is your most, unfortunately, this is your most pressing upgrade because one extra resource every 3 turns is very powerful, and it can enable a 3 of a kind turn off of just the Tunic resource in 1 card. You can block with the rest of your hand and still have a turn, ostensibly. just keep an eye on your non-attacks, how many you played, how many are still in deck, because if you um, play three of a kind and then draw all of your winter spites, you will cry a little bit. But that is partially why we have whoever Rustling Leaves in once per game emergency button. Um, Another big target is Heart of Ice, which can be really good into the like CYB, especially like CYB Golden stuff. It's really funny to activate this and then see their cost curve absolutely go to hell, especially since they don't even have Crown Seeds anymore. Um, so this is a good pickup. And then Shock Tremors is probably your lowest priority. This is just for wizard shenanigans. And there aren't a lot of people playing LL Kano in my area, so I don't even have to bring this out all that often. I just like it because it's pretty. But if LL gets more popular and therefore Kano gets more popular, you know, if you do Tome of Aetherwind and Tome of Findle shenanigans, we might have some problems. So this is just something to think about. Yeah, so once again, she's not the best. She's not even second or third best aggro deck. We will cover those, but I just love playing this deck. I put Arrow in Arsenal, and then I put another one next to it, and it's good. I like it. Okay, thanks for watching.